3 new Envy wigs to show you today. Okay, we are going to take a look at the new Envy collection that has just come out for this fall. Just came out mid-September. I know I'm a little behind, but I actually just got the wigs. So they have Donna, Amanda, and Molly. They all have the same cap construction. So that's why I figured I would just put them all in one review and you could see them all. So the Donna I am wearing is in Champagne Shadow, which is 14613 R8. Really, really cute. I'll do a turn so you can see her. And we'll talk all about her. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop here and pop in the cap construction, and then we'll go back to talking about Donna, because I really want to cover some differences I'm seeing on the lace and stuff like that in this collection. These wigs were provided to me by Shirley's Wig Shop. Shirley has a really great private Facebook group. Don't forget to go join it. It's called Shirley's Wig Shop. Hair's looking at you, kid. I will link it in the description box below. I will also link put a shopping link there that you can shop through. You can use my code. And if you shop through the link, the code is already included in it. It'll save you 30%. Okay, let's look at the cap. Okay, so we have a full monofilament top. I have looked this over very thoroughly, and this is monofilament lace on the top, okay? But then they do have a soft layer of tulle right here. Now, we normally see that when we see hand-tied knots, okay? And I know there's some commenters that are gonna try to come at me and say, those are hand-tied knots. I'm telling you right now, I have thoroughly looked this over. So the monofilament is going to go to about this seam, from what I can tell and from what I can feel with my hands, the thickness of the lace and everything, and that tulle layer goes to there as well. And then the lace front right here is this tulle lace, okay? I haven't seen this before. So this is their new So Soft cap. So these are all features to make this cap really, really soft. So you can see where that lace is a bigger hole in the lace. It's more like a honeycomb. It's a bigger hole where the hairs are tied into it, but I've looked it over really carefully and there's still single knots within that. So I think my guess is, I don't work for Envy, so my guess is they did that to keep with with what they wanted with this cap being the So Soft cap. They gave you this soft lace there at the front, and it is very soft. It's very, very comfortable up against my skin. So I'll show you the knots on Donna while we're talking about the cap, just so you can see. They're still tiny, like they still look really, really good. I'll show you the knots. This one is Molly. I'm leaving the tags on Molly and Amanda because they're so similar. I don't want to mix them up. Well, I haven't even opened her part yet. Let me get her part open so I can show you the knots on the top. There's the top. Monofilament. Those are not, at least to me, they still look like single knotted, monofilament knots. They're tiny, so the only difference I'm seeing is this soft lace just right at the front. Okay, so I just wanted to explain to you what I'm seeing so you understand, all right? Okay, moving on. Extended lace front. So that's gonna give you that true temple to temple hairline. And of course, I'll show you the hairline on all of these when I try them on for you. So soft ear tabs with a metal stay, soft open wefted cap, extended nape, and this one, and these have pull adjusters. And they are all regular synthetic fibers. They're not heat friendly. So this cap, I can tell you, when they say soft, it's really, really soft. And I think it's, it feels very comfortable on my hand. So I kind of gave you a little peek at Donna's lace front. One thing I do notice with this lighter lace is it kind of lifts on me really easily, but now I'm going to be tugging on it obviously to show you the knots, but it's laying against my forehead just fine. I just always wonder about these softer laces, how they wear and how they hold up. So, but anyway, it's very, very comfortable. So there's the knots you can see at the lace front on Donna, and Donna has this one has an 8 root. because this is the Champagne Shadow. And then I'll show you the part. Part on her was a little hard to open, but full monotop, so you can part it wherever you want to. So, okay, so she's just cute and sassy, as you can see. I had to, so after I opened the part and like comb through her, I had to go in with some water and give her a little scrunch to get these curls to wake back up. So you might want to use a little product in her just for that purpose, because, you know, I just noticed that I sort of combed the little funky texture out of her, and I think the texture is really, really cute. So, you know, don't be afraid to go in with some water and maybe some, you know, product, even a little hairspray. Just water with a little synthetic safe hairspray would, you know, keep those curls awake. So, but really, really cute. So let's talk about the fit. So this is fitting true to average. So ear to ear, fitting me fine. I've got great coverage. It definitely feels like an average. It feels a little big kind of everywhere on my petite head, but pulling in those adjusters would take care of that just fine. So definitely there's plenty of room forehead to nape. It fits me fine ear to ear. I would be comfortable wearing it. Like I said, I could bring the circumference in just a little bit. So really cute. Okay, so Donna's measurements are 8 inches here in the front, 6.5 inches at the crown. She has 4-inch sides and a 1.75-inch nape. Definitely a pixie nape. And then her weight is 2.7 ounces. Let's go ahead and talk about the color. I don't know why, I don't need to pause it. So Champagne Shadow, 14613 R8 is the color code for this color. So this is a beautiful blonde, warm, neutral to warm, I would say. It says it's a rooted pale golden blonde. So I agree with that. Now remember, this is regular synthetic fiber straight out of the box with studio light shining on it. So I'm going to show it to you in different lighting and you'll see that it doesn't look, you know, quite as shiny in the other lighting. I do think Envy does a nice job, even though these are regular synthetic fibers. Like when I get close, you can see they don't look as shiny, you know, so, but that's easy to fix with dry shampoo or baby powder. It's so easy. Body powder, whatever. Cornstarch. So don't be intimidated by regular synthetic fibers. Okay, so here's the light coming through my patio door. You can also see that it's less shiny since sorry, my refrigerator is always in the background. You know, it has a little less sheen there. Here's the knots. A little bit of that hair wants to go under that lace front too, I noticed. So you can see the rooting. That rooting is an 8. Okay, so here we are under my patio cover. We'll step into the sun. So quick styling, let me grab my glasses, show you the glasses. Now she's low density, by the way. I didn't really thoroughly check for permatease. I didn't feel any right off, you know, and of course she's full monotop. There might be just a little teasing in this, you know, area where they want some fullness, just right where the hair attaches to the cap. But other than that, it's really not, you know, full of permatease or anything. So, okay, so glasses, super easy. I just put my glasses right over my ear tabs. So I think you could kind of tuck her, but I don't know. Yeah, I guess you could tuck her behind the ears. But, and then I don't think I would try to, you know, push the hair back. I'd just stick my glasses on my head, you know, for that part, because, you know, the wig is all like low density back here, and then the bulk of the wig is right here, and it's a wavy, you know, so I wouldn't want to try to push those back. Now, like I said, I think you could tuck, but I don't know if I would want to do that. You'd have to really smooth it down, you know, to tuck it. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to try that and see about, I feel like you take all the style out of her when you do that. That's the only thing, you know. So I guess you could do that. Put in a headband. You could have a wave by the face as well. That's cute. Or I was thinking just headband, actually like a tiny headband. Let me find a tiny one in here. Like a little, like I have this little pearly one. This is what I have next to me when I'm filming, by the way. This basket of hair stuff. So yeah, see, that would be cute. Like a little dainty one you could stick in there, you know, and then it doesn't really interfere with the cute waves. It just gives it a little accessory, and that's cute. And then of course with the lace front, you know, if you wanted to like clip it back off the face, you could. Remember, you can change your part, put your part wherever you like. So just really cute. Okay, let's change the next wig. Okay, so now I am wearing Molly, and the color on this one is the chocolate caramel, which is $8.29, one of my favorite brunettes by them. So you can see she's longer, just has a nice subtle wave going through. Really cute style. Now, of course, same cap construction. We have that soft lace, so you can see the knots there up close. And then I'll show you the part. Sometimes I get too close on the part. Extended lace front. So here's what the ear tabs look like. And again, this is a full mono top, so you can, you know, part it wherever you want to. You can choose, you know, your parting space. You can part in the middle, the right, the left, whatever, you know, whatever you want to do. So I like having that option of having that, you know, full top like that. So you can choose wherever you want to part. So she's really, really cute. I really love the waves. So her density is also very, very natural. There might be just a tiny bit of teasing at the wefts, again, like I was saying on the other one, but feels really, really natural. I mean, natural ear tuck on her. So I don't think if there is any permatease, I don't feel any like on the ear tabs and stuff like that. Like I said, I think there's just a tiny, tiny bit right where the hair attaches to the wefts, but that's not that much, you know, to worry about. And let me see if I feel it. I didn't feel it or see it. No, I don't feel it at the nape or anything. So, so really, really nice. So same fit as Donna, fitting me fine ear to ear, definitely fits like an average, extra room forehead to nape. So definitely fitting me like an average size cap. Okay, so her measurements are 13.5 inches at the front. So might have a little face flop. I mean, mine is not face flopping that bad. You know, I didn't have to do any work with the heat out of the box to keep it out of my face. So that's a good sign. But you can use some low heat if you need to, if it's flopping in your face. 13.5 inches from the crown. The sides are 11, and then the nape is 9. So that's nice. We'll play around with styling in a moment, and that should give her some really, really nice styling options. So really, really cute. Okay, so chocolate caramel is $8.29. Their description is that it is a dimensional medium brown. I would add that it looks like it has a caramel brown or almost like a strawberry, you know, reddish brown, auburny highlight going through it. Really pretty, not rooted, but you know, the highlights are coming down from the part, which looks really, really, doesn't really need a root. Beautiful. It's fall, y'all. It's a fall color. Light coming through the patio door. You can see the color. You can see the dimension there. Here we are under my patio cover. Trying to get out the glare of my neighbor's roof. Boy, the red's popping out here. Like a copper. So pretty. Okay, so I will show you glasses on her. Go on really, really easily. Now, I do think that we can tuck her and put the glasses on up on her head, no problem. Yeah, again, wavy. There's a little bit of resistance there because it's wavy, but you always want to make sure your wig is secure. Like if you have to tape down your lace front or wear a wig grip or whatever, you know, if you're gonna do something like this, like push, you know, put your glasses up. Of course, you could also just, you know, put the glasses in the wig if you're unsure about that. So, but I do think you can do that with her. So. Okay, so that entire 13.5-inch front layer would, of course, stay back in a headband, and this is a great way when you are trying to get the wig to train out of your face and things like that. A headband is a super easy way to do that, but you could also bring down, you know, a little wave by your face if you want to. So, depending on where you put your part, you know, and stuff like that. So, but again, this 13.5-inch, if you wear it half up, half down with a clip, it's gonna, you know, all the hair is gonna hold back in that. And all the hair should also hold back for a small little ponytail. Really cute. Okay, so this is Amanda, and the color on this one is the Sahara Blonde, which is one of my favorite blondes by them. So she's very similar to Molly, as you can see, and I'm actually in a moment going to pop in a couple of side-by-side pictures of the front and the back, just so you can see the differences. The biggest difference is that she's just a tad longer. She has a 10-inch nape instead of having, Molly has the 9-inch nape. So that's 1 inch, not much. And then I'm seeing more layering going through Amanda. So you can see some shorter layers here, whereas Molly was, what were her sides? Sorry, y'all. 11 inches on the sides. She was more, you know, she had a little bit of layering, but she didn't have these tiny, you know, tiny little layers up here at the front. Her front measurement was 13.5, wasn't it? Yeah, 13.5, whereas the front on Amanda is 8 inches. So I think between the two, if you were wanting to cut in a bang, Amanda would be your best bet because, you know, you already have an 8-inch shorter layer here at the front that you could do that, you know, to start working with having a bang, more of a bang in her. So, and she does have a natural little side bang here. Of course, I have it parted on the left, and you can change your part up, remember. So this one has this same lace front extended, and then this same mono top, same soft cap. So, you know, again, I'm, this softer lace up, you know, up at the front is different and things like that. So, but all three of these in this new collection, like I said earlier, have the exact same cap construction. Okay, so good coverage at the ear tabs, fitting the same as the other two. You know, fitting me fine ear to ear, but definitely long enough to cover those of you who are average, and then extra room forehead to nape because it's definitely an average. I mean, this one really feels loose on my head. I need to bring the adjusters in on this one. I just didn't. I just opened the part and comb through her, you know. But so for my petite friends who are watching, you would need to bring your adjusters in on this one. Permatease feels the same as the other, little bit of teasing at the root or right where the hair attaches to the wig. So not full of big bulky permatease, but a teeny bit there right at the wefting. So okay, so her measurements are, as I mentioned earlier, 8 inches in the front, and then 11.5 inches at the crown, 11.5 inches at the sides, and then a 10-inch nape with a weight of 4.6 ounces. This beautiful color, like I said, is the Sahara Blonde, which is 1426 R8. So a little bit warmer, kind of I would say neutral to warm. It definitely has gold tones. Rooted, they call it a rooted natural medium blonde. So right, mid-range blonde. And your root, was it say 8? Yeah, the root is an 8. So it's not too dark, which is good. An 8 root is really nice for a blonde because it's not going to give you that dark root. So, but you'll see that root on this blonde anywhere you separate the hair, of course. And you'll see it, around, not so much really at the ear tabs as much as some brands, a little bit there, but sometimes you really see the root color big there at the, right at the ear tabs. So here's Sahara Blonde in the natural light coming through the window. So there's the root. Okay, so here we are under my patio cover. We'll walk into the sun. Okay, so glasses are super easy. No problem. I always put them over my ear tabs, so. Then let's see, putting them up on the head. Yes, you could do that. I kind of still have some hair down there at the ear tabs, but yes, you could put your glasses up on your head. So let's tuck completely here. So this one, we can get that layer, that 8-inch layer at the front to stay in a headband, which is great if you feel like you need to train her a little bit, away from the face. That's pretty. Really cute. But then you can pull out some hair if you want to. So. And I think that 8-inch layer is going to want to come down whenever we go half up, half down, because normally 8 inches is not going to stay in. Yeah, that's going to want to come down around the face. So you'd have some layers around the face for half up, half down styling. And then they would, come down. Now, of course, you could bobby pin them behind the ears if you wanted to, but it looks kind of cute to have them out. And there's the ponytail. And then, of course, you can do updos and stuff like that with these as well. So really, really cute. Okay, so this is the new Envy collection for 2025. I want to thank Shirley's Wig Shop for providing these wigs to review for you all. There'll be purchase links down in the description box for each wig, as well as a link to join Shirley's private Facebook group. Thanks so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and until next time, don't forget, you're absolutely beautiful. Bye-bye.